Hi everyone, my name is Ken Wooden and I'm an academic course advisor in policing, criminology, criminal and community justice here at Western Sydney Uni. I'm also a unit coordinator for policing units, policing practices and legislation, courts and policing. I'd like to talk to you today about our policing courses here at Western Sydney. I'd firstly like to cover why I believe policing is such a fantastic profession. I'd also like to talk about the advantages of studying policing here at Western Sydney. And I'd like to finish off with a brief talk about the recruitment process into New South Wales Police. Just as a bit of a side issue, I was a former police officer of 20 years with the New South Wales Police before entering into academia. As a former police officer, and in particular in terms of New South Wales Police, I feel it's a fantastic profession to enter into. So the pay's a very attractive feature of the police profession. Another advantage of policing is the amount of time you do have off. Typical hours of general duties police officers, they work 2 day shifts a week, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Then they do 2 night shifts, 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. Then they have 4 days off. A lot of police work what's known as authorised secondary employment. That's where a number have had previous trade backgrounds, so they work perhaps a second job as electrician, plumber, etc. Or other police just like to have the lifestyle, being able to have 4 days off. Another advantage of being a police officer is the diversity of work. For your first 3 years of employment, you'll be employed as a general duties police officer. The main work you'll be doing as a general duties officer is attending domestic situations, deceased persons, stealings, etc. But after 3 years of employment, you have a chance to enter into specialised positions. In fact, within the New South Wales Police, there are 154 specialised areas in which police can work. Some examples, the Aviation Command and police are able to go out helicopters, fixed wing airplanes. You've also got the bicycle unit where police patrol on bikes. You've got the dog unit, which has the drug detection dogs. It has the tactical dogs as well. It's got a number of options there. Of course, you've got highway patrol. You've got detectives at your local area command. You've also got state command detectives who specialise in such areas, fraud, arson, homicide, etc. So, and of course, you've got the forensic services group that investigate crime scenes. You've got your tactical operation units, such as the riot squad, such as the terrorism response unit, etc. There are many opportunities job-wise in the police. In terms of our Bachelor of Policing course at Western Sydney, there's a number of distinct advantages in undertaking the course. The first advantage is that the degree provides you with a policing specific degree, which helps you in terms of your future career opportunities. Another advantage is that when you look at New South Wales Police in particular, and what's known as the Commissioner's Executive Team, all senior members in New South Wales Police, or the vast majority, have degrees, master's degrees, and there are even some police that are undertaking PhDs. Similar, I suppose, to nursing and teaching, over time, policing has developed into more a professional occupation, and along with this professionalisation has also come the demand for higher degrees. And as I mentioned, a lot of police in those senior positions do have higher degrees. The Bachelor of Policing provides you with a firm foundation, a degree course in which in further years in the police you can pursue higher degrees. Another advantage of the Bachelor of Policing course is that a lot of our students are around the 18, 19 years of age range. New South Wales Police recruitment has made it quite clear to us and to our students in presentations that they do prefer people with what's known as life experience within the police. Life experience means someone with good communication skills, someone that has worked in an employment field over a period of time. And that's a real advantage, that in undertaking our course, our younger students are getting more mature whilst they're studying, are developing their communication skills, and are also working in jobs which all helps in terms of the application process with the police. Another advantage of studying at Western Sydney is that there are student associations in terms of policing. These associations help students in terms of reaching the fitness requirements. They do that through running boot camps and also gym sessions as well. Another key feature of our policing program is the flexibility we have. We realise there are at times issues that arise within the recruitment process where students were not aware at the time, but they find out afterwards that they may, for example, have an underlying medical condition which precludes them from joining the police. There may be issues which, other issues which prevent them from joining the police. But here at Western Sydney, another advantage of studying the Bachelor of Policing course at Western Sydney is that we have what's known as a credit package. Students that after 2 years of the Bachelor of Policing degree who join the New South Wales Police and enter into what's known as the Associate Degree in Policing Practice, abbreviated as ADPP, they receive 80 credit points of advanced standing from Western Sydney. In other words, students complete 2 years of study with us. Their third year is in fact recruit training down at Goulburn. Just as an issue too, which prospective students should be aware of, is that there is a requirement of entry into New South Wales Police that all applicants undertake what's known as the University Certificate in Workforce Essentials, abbreviated as UCWE. This is an 8-week distance education course delivered through Charles Sturt University. Our students typically undertake the UCWE during year 2 of their study with us, and at the completion of the UCWE, we give them credit for an elective subject. So, in a nutshell, those students that are joining New South Wales Police complete 2 years with us here at Western Sydney. Third year and the UCWE are credited back into year 3 of the course, so they only do 2 years. While students are studying second year with us at Western Sydney, they commence the application process with New South Wales Police through undertaking the UCWE. Once they have commenced the UCWE, that also commences the New South Wales Police application process. During this time, students will need to undertake a typing certificate, an aquatic rescue certificate, and a first aid certificate. But all these steps are outlined within the New South Wales Police Recruitment Program. Students also need to be aware that whilst they're studying with us, they need to engage in physical activity in order to pass the fitness requirements of New South Wales Police. Fitness requirements for New South Wales Police include the ability to do 25 push-ups, to hold a plank for 90 seconds, to be able to complete what's known as the beep test up to level 7.2. There's also an agility test and a jumping test as well. Also like to talk just briefly about some of the units which our policing course does offer. And I would also like to highlight the fact too that many of our students do choose to enter into civilian positions within a number of law enforcement, government and non-government agencies as well. Just quickly looking at a couple of units which we do offer. One unit, legislation, courts and policing, that exposes students to our local court and district court system. In fact, one of the assessment items requires students to go and observe and report on a court matter. Another unit, for example, policing practices, that assists students in terms of their communication skills. It also introduces students to policing practice and some of the more contemporary issues which police officers face. Another unit, for example, is evidence and investigation. This unit allows students to learn about conducting criminal investigations. It's more of a practically based unit, and students actually learn and practice investigative skills. Another unit which we do have, but it is an elective unit, it's run out of the Hawkesbury campus, and it's crime scene examination. During the course of that unit, students have hands-on experience in terms of crime scene examination. In addition to our policing units, students also undertake criminology and sociology units, which helps students have an understanding as to vulnerability, people that are placed in disadvantaged positions, situations, and how that can impact upon their behaviour, and also the criminal justice system as well. Another course I'd like to talk about, which is offered here at Western Sydney University, is the Bachelor of Policing Leadership course. This course provides students with the opportunity to develop their leadership skills. It also provides students with the opportunity to interact and make connections with people within the industry. One thing I do want to emphasise though is that in terms of the credit package afforded to Bachelor of Policing students for undertaking the Associate Degree in Policing Practice, that credit package does not apply to Bachelor of Policing Leadership students. Having said that though, in terms of the University Certificate in Workforce Essentials, Bachelor of Policing Leadership students who wish to join New South Wales Police do receive credit for the UCWE as an elective. It's also worth noting that it's just not New South Wales Police where a number of our graduates do enter into. A number of graduates enter into the Federal Police. They also enter into private security, local government agencies which have a crime prevention function, and also a number of government and non-government agencies that do have an investigative function. So as you can see, our students do go into a number of law enforcement areas. Some may even join ASIO, but as they are not allowed to inform us that they've applied to that organisation, it's very hard to track student outcomes in that area. And now I would like to talk to you about our degree here at Western Sydney, the Criminal and Community Justice Bachelor's degree. This degree is designed actually for current employees within corrective services and other similar professions, as well as those external to the industry, but are seeking to pursue a career in corrections, probation, or parole areas. The Bachelor of Criminal and Community Justice course, in fact, it's been designed in collaboration with the Training Academy of Corrective Services at Brush Farm. The degree itself can be best described as an applied degree, which means that we teach the program linking theory and practice together. The structure of the course contains a number of applied units. Just a couple of examples I'd like to provide to you. One unit we deliver to students is the assessment and treatment of offenders. Now, this unit takes a multidisciplinary approach to the assessment, treatment, management of violent and sexual offenders. It also includes the topic of stalking. Another unit we deliver here at Western Sydney is the unit Prisons, Punishment and Criminal Justice. Now, this unit looks at the structural factors such as age, gender, sexuality, social class, social ethnic identity and disability in terms of the criminal justice system. It also looks at topics concerning mass imprisonment, contemporary control of risk, and dangerous populations. If I could just give you another example of a unit we deliver, which is an applied unit for our Bachelor of Criminal and Community Justice students. It's managing offenders in the community. Now, this unit draws a link between theory and practice of working with offenders in a variety of roles and settings. And it takes a practical, applied approach, linking the material directly to work with offenders, and it's useful for current and future practitioners of criminal justice, as well as social work, and those involved in associated policy would find that useful as well. Also got the unit Youth Justice and Practice, and that examines the topic of youth justice and it looks at governmental strategies for regulating and preventing youth crime. It also looks at the over-representation of certain youth groups in the criminal justice system. Our Bachelor of Criminal and Community Justice prepares those students who are not already in the criminal and community justice field for future career outcomes within that area. And in terms of students that are already within the criminal and community justice field, it enhances their knowledge and practical application, which assists them in their career development. And finally, thank you for listening to me today, and I hope to see you very soon here at Western Sydney University.